What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with Flex Appeal, episode 93. This day was week 16, day 2. I kind of lagged behind these episodes a little bit. I was busy with some stuff, but I decided to upload these to catch up. This was my primary squat day. I had this week I transitioned to triples. This was a top triple of 330, I believe, and then back downs with 297. Uh, Coming into this session, I felt decently strong, and as I warmed up more, I felt like my form was pretty good. I think with squat, I've always had a problem with like shooting back, not keeping my knees forward enough, and kind of losing either tension in my quads or in my core. All things that I've been working on a lot. I feel though that my upper rack, my shoulder rack for squat has gotten significantly better. It's let me drop my elbows in and just keep everything in line where it needs to be. So it's all stuff that I've worked on, and I feel as if I'm reaping the rewards right now, currently in this, because I feel like these squats, as far as consistency and my form goes, are probably the best that I've done in this block so far. And it's also the heaviest I've gotten in this block, up to this point because I'm just getting heavier every week with the weight. So I'm happy that as I get stronger, as I'm pushing it more, that everything is starting to move better, look better, and feel better. Especially with losing weight, it's not always easy to retain no, well retain strength, but as well as build it. I mean, the only reason I'm able to build this much right now is because I'm basically in a noob gain state with my body, given that this is like the fourth month that I'm back. But I can't complain. This first block is going to be good. I'm trying to lose a good amount here so that way when I go into next block, I don't have to lose as much. Because I think I've lost like 50 pounds so far from the start of this block to now. So the fact that I've gained strength and my muscle a significant amount is really, really good. And I'm trying to keep that trend going for a little while longer. And I think that the beginning of next block will be pretty good as well. I'm going to try to keep going maybe until like 8 or 6 weeks into the next block because I'm going to do 3 weeks of eights, I believe, 3 weeks of sixes, and then I'm going to go back into strength again. So it's going to be another 6 weeks. Overall, I think probably maybe like another 8 weeks of fat loss because I probably won't do it on my last 2 weeks of this block, this peak, and then obviously for the six after that, I will be, and then I'll stop for another six. So I'm hoping that I could lose maybe like 30 more pounds, 40 perhaps, be like 220 ish, 230. Stop for a little bit, maintain to resensitize the body, and then do another big push down to like 180 or something in the like second quarter of next year. But those are pretty much my plans as far as weight loss goes. I have my blocks planned out for the strength phase, and obviously there's going to be big changes at the beginning of next block. I'm going to try to do flats. Belts going on, sleeves are going on as far as squat goes. So I would imagine that I'm going to have a another big jump in strength of my squat. Maybe like I don't know how drastic it's going to be, because I don't really use the tightest sleeves. And as far as a belt goes, I feel like my brace is really good right now. But I think that having that support will add a good amount, So if anything, I'm thinking in the range of like 50 to 55 pounds, maybe 60. I think that might be a stretch, but again, equipment. It's been a while since I've used any equipment, so we'll see with the squat. I am going to do my best to push it, because I do have the goal of wanting to squat 600 at some point next year. I would be cool. Um, and I think that I can do it. I think that my training has gotten good enough to where I believe that I can program it well enough to hit that goal next year, given that I'm getting my strength back this year. But again, we'll see. It's been a while since I've even squatted 500, so the thought of squatting 600 next year, it's lofty for sure. But I believe that I have the willpower and the ambition and the discipline to put the variables where they need to be to squat that next year. And that's just for squat. I have bench goals, I have deadlift goals, um, and I really am just glad to be training again. I think that it's a blessing to be able to move your body, and to have the ability to do this. Because again, it's not everybody gets to do this. There are people that are less fortunate, people that have been screwed over by life, that have not the ability to be able to move at all. And so it's good to be able to do this, and I'm glad to be able to strength train and enjoy it. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.